How's it going, everybody? My name is Splattercat, and I'm here with Pixabay to take a look at Bad Bots today. Bad Bots is an indie title currently being developed by Point 5 Projects, which as far as I know is a single-man studio, and it puts us in the role of a mesomorphic man of the hour named Sam, who's kind of a more empathetic throwback, I would suppose, to Duke Nukem, with a little bit of John McClane thrown in. Now, he's had kind of a rough day. He's woken up in a garbage chute, more or less, and has to figure out why his ship has been hijacked by crazy robots. Now, I have my presumptions. It could be, it could be robot union troubles. It's hard to tell. It could be that somebody in the robot waiting room just forgot to rinse out the microwave after their food exploded. It could have been anything, but for whatever reason, they have flown off the handle, and it is now our problem to run through and destroy them. The game, in and of itself, has a very kind of retro throwback feel to it, and that's something that I very much like. You'll also notice that in the background, there are no musical numbers playing, and I actually just took a few rounds there, right to the chest, and we're gonna have a little shootout with this robot here before I continue that thought. There we go, we laid him out, and you do score points for every single kill. Let me see if I can get myself into trouble here. There we go, we'll drop him. And so let's run through this door here. One of the things that I very much do like about the game, oh god, we're being stabbed like crazy. That is ridiculous. These robots are quite irritated about whatever their work conditions are. Now, it's a good thing that Sam spent all that time on the peck machine because, people told him, Sam, you're doing a little too much peck work, but when it came down to it, he's got pecs of steel. They will block a knife. So the game is presented in this old kind of 90s throwback shooter representation. It's very cool. I love the way that the art is pixelated. It kind of reminds me in a lot of ways of a mix of Contra and maybe Flashback with a little bit of Out of This World. It's definitely got those 2D shooter elements that I look for to keep me entertained. The sound effects are stellar, and as I was saying before, oh god! Every time I try and talk about the music, the robots must be very, very offended by my discussion of the music. Now, what I was going to say about the music is you'll notice that there is none, and whether this was a design decision to kind of amplify the terror of being on a floating junker in space or not, either way, I feel like it works very well to the advantage of the game. It actually, if I look back into my childhood and the games that I played a long time ago, like Flashback, they also didn't have a soundtrack in the background. It actually makes you feel very much alone in space. Another thing you'll notice about this game is that it does allow you free roaming aspects, so you are able to wander around the map as you see fit in between objectives that it assigns to you. You'll also notice, oh god, that is a railing that is less than union safe. I'm definitely gonna have to talk to a rep about that one. You'll notice on Sam's back, he's got this little bundle of cybernetic joy. This is the strangely named robot mother that you carry around as a backpack, and she or he, it, whatever it may be, speaks on behalf of the storyline and helps drive the whole thing forward. Now, the controls are fairly simple. They won't take you a long time to pick up. Left click allows you to shoot your weapons. Space bar allows you to switch between your main weapon and your special weapon, of which I don't think we have just yet. Right click's going to allow you to swing this super awesome fire axe, which helps you break through obstacles, things of that nature. You want to keep your eye out for any type of strangely, kind of suspiciously placed objects like vents, things of that nature that look a little out of the way. They look like they should not be there because there are tons of secrets hidden everywhere. One of the things that I have very much enjoyed about playing this title is that you never know quite what's coming next. Every time you look in the little corners of the periphery, you will find yourself locating little vents, locating walls that can be destroyed, leading to new power-ups, and so forth. But I just realized that I didn't finish talking about the controls. So WASD, as you would assume, is what allows you to run around the gameplay screen. The jump is done with the W key, which at first I was not a big fan of, but I have gotten used to it. I had this strange desire to keep using the space bar to jump over and over and over again, so I found myself just basically doing nothing, standing there. The E key is going to allow you to activate objects, and oh my god. So in the storyline, which they've discussed before this, the ship that we're on is just a junk hauler, so I'm not really entirely sure how these robots became so well armed. I don't know if there was kind of like a weapon drop-off thing, or maybe they're just really proficient with ballistics engineering. They've just managed to jimmy rig all kinds of crazy stuff from the ship into workable miniguns and things of that nature. I'm going to take a look up on this catwalk real quick, because I don't want to miss any goodies. You know how Splattercat feels about those goodies. Well, maybe you don't. This may be my debut on Pixabay, so I'm glad to meet you all. And, ooh, we got ourselves a boomstick here. Let's check this out. Suppressing the E key let me pick it up. We got 100 rounds for this. Let's test it out. Let's take it for a test drive. Alright, so just moving the mouse around is how I'm aiming. So it does have free mouse aim, and these crew members seem to have had a less than productive day. They're definitely sleeping on the job. We're just gonna, let's go straight in for the kill here. That's what I like to see. Just wipe those robots out, get them out of my way. I can't see them right now. I have a major robot problem, and I know how to fix it with hot steel, and down they go. So let's see what's up on that catwalk in just a moment. Let's make sure we get rid of all these threats before we go too much further. Now, the price pointing of the game, I'm not too sure about because the developers haven't made that available on the Steam store, but this will be available on multiple platforms. It'll be available for Mac and for PC. Through Steam, it's been greenlighted and it's ready to roll. So this is a title that I think if you're into old side-scrolling Contra type shoot-em-ups, you will be very enamored with. I found myself actually just playing the hell out of it, so it is a lot of fun. The save stations right here are how you save your game. There's always conveniently placed wires, and I actually did that kind of as a reflex there. That was not due to any type of inherent muscular skill. That was actually me just kind of pressing a key in a panic. Now, what is this? Looks like we've got a dual-shot rifle. Hold on. Oh my god, this is amazing. It fires 2 rounds now, so this appears to be the same gun that we used previously, but it is going to allow us... Oh, I almost thought I fell off a cliff there. That would not be the best way to start your mission off. So let's see if we can clear out some of these robots. I do want to talk about the storyline. Now, the storyline is handled in a very unique and competent way. And what I mean by that is that every now and again, you're treated to a bit of narrative in hand-drawn comic book style storytelling. And I think that's one of the unique things that's going to set this game apart. It reminds me very much of the way Comic Zone was handled. While the story in and of itself is not too heavy-duty, meaning you're not going to see a whole lot of twists and turns, it is a storyline that is going to keep you entertained, and it fits for the setting. If you go into a 90s style shoot 'em up that you would normally play for a quarter in an arcade, you're not expecting a ridiculous amount of storyline to get in the way of your shooting. The main draw of this game from beginning to end is going to be the fact that there's always stuff on screen trying to blast you, there is always mayhem, there is always just bits of robot exploding everywhere, and oh my, he appears to have taken some kind of messianic form there. The robots definitely enjoy their symbolism in one situation or another, and he's just going to take pot shots at me. That is ungentlemanly. But then again, he's a robot, not a gentleman, so I'll allow him to slide on that one. I'm not going to report him to the Better Business Bureau, but I am going to report the supplier of these robots because, frankly, this is a little out of line. Sam being a mechanic, it's quite amazing that he has all of these ridiculous jumping, swinging, and shooting skills, but I like to think that I myself would spontaneously develop the similar skills if indeed time did require it. So let's go a little bit further in because I would like to show you guys the storyline aspect. So there it is right there. You can see from the text box, the game very much fancies itself to be sort of a comic book experience. Now, there is a terminal... Oh no, our gun is out of bullets. That's no fun. That is the worst thing for our gun to be. And so let's see if we can get down here without getting ourselves stabbed up by these psychotic robots. There are destroyable environments, which is something that I think is very cool. Right now, Mother has told me to go to the escape pod, but being the person that I am, being the completionist that I am, I'm going to resist that order. And let's go check over... Ah, there we go. So anytime you see one of these grates, you can destroy it with your axe and climb through it. So you want to keep an eye out for those. It's going to lead you to more goodies, or at least more ammunition. And you can never have too much of that if you're engaged in ridiculous robot warfare. Now, there haven't been any survivors so far, but let's go see what's over there. Maybe somebody got lucky like me. I only happened to be in the trash chute. Like, I was kind of in the bin, and that's the only reason that I managed to escape the... Let's see, no time to waste. Go to the emergency evacuation bay. Alright, Mother. Alright, Ma. Let's head back. We'll go back this way. It'll be fine. And so, let's see... Oh, good. It's labeled on the wall. Escape pod. I probably should have read... Oh, no! They were ready for me. So this seems like a bit of a trick. So the robots are putting on a bit of a ruse for us. It looks like there may be something up and to the left. I'm going to... Oh, we got ourselves electrocuted. That's no good. At the top left, you can see that I've got my ammunition right there, and I just took a couple bullets. I just suffered for you guys. I just took a little bit of damage so you guys could understand. There's a point score right here, so I'm assuming that there are more and less efficient ways to play the game, and you've got your health right there. All in all, the game has representation that we've all seen before, but I think that's actually the selling point of the game. Now, we've got a separate special weapon now, so let's test this one out. It appears to be a shotgun, and it's got kind of a slowing effect on the bullets. However, I'm thinking this is the one we're going to want to swap into. Like our evening clothing, we're going to want to slide into something more comfortable for close-range combat. That seems to be the general application of weapons like these in games of these types. Let's see what's up on this catwalk. Just crawl crawl really carefully under there. Got a little bit of health. All right, we were health deficient, so I'm okay with that whole situation. And then we'll cut to the right here. Hopefully I can get you guys a little storyline sequence in so you can get a feel for that and the overall artwork direction they've decided to take in. Although I hear the sound of menacing robot. Oh, he stabbed me right as I came through the door. That was not cool. That was some straight Compton stuff, so I am not down with that. Let's see if we can plow our way through shotgun style, because I think that's probably the best way to apply ourselves to this situation. We've got a minigunner up there who is now a dead minigunner. Oh, and they're just going to keep on spawning. So it looks like we're producing our own robots on this ship somehow. Let's see if they are dorophobic, I guess. I don't know if that's the proper word, but it may as well be. And we're already out of ammo again. See, that is not, conservation is not something that I excel at, guys. It is not a skill of mine, unfortunately. But, you know, conserving robots is something that I am equally bad at. So we are just going through, oh, I hope they're insured. That's all I can say about that. Robot insurance, what's that running nowadays? It's the future. It's got to be affordable, right? And so we found ourselves in the escape pod. Keep shooting some more robots here, just dispensing steel liberally. We'll get rid of him, and it looks like it's taking actually 5 rounds for each one shot of my shotgun, so I am actually way less prepared than I thought I was. And that one appeared to cower in fear as I blast. Oh no, we jumped onto the wrong little rack there. Let's see if we can climb across this maintenance duct, see if we can get ourselves into... Actually, let's try this escape pod first. And it's jammed from the inside, and so Sam is saying there's blood everywhere, and that's easy for you to say, robot. You aren't gifted with human solidarity. I have to worry about all this blood because it could very well be mine, mother. And so I suppose we'll go a little bit further. Let's destroy this grate here and see what we've got going. Oh, look, there's electrical thingamadoobers. That's a technical term right there. They don't teach you that in normal school. And this is a horrible application of razor blades. I'm going to make... This is not union approved. I have no clue why there's spinning razor blades in a ventilation duct, but I guess I can't destroy them. There we go. Oh, I don't feel good about this. And it looks like they stick when you get stabbed. So I did an experiment right there. I did an experiment at the hazard of my own health, and there's stun prodding robots in the vents. What is the use for these? Maybe they're for killing rats. Maybe that's the logical use for them. Maybe they've got a rat infestation on the ship. I've heard that old pirate ships and things of that nature had crazy amounts of rats. But who knows? I think at this point we have just about reached the culmination of this video, and so I hope you got a nice feel for the gameplay in Bad Bots, which is being produced by 0.5 Projects. It's going to be available on Steam for both Mac and PC, and probably through other mediums. My name is Splattercat, and I'm here with Pixabyte, giving you the latest and greatest in indie reviews and previews. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll choose to join us next time, and we will see you there. Take care out there, everybody.